YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again, guys, with another live. And today's live is going to be on 5 players that you need to be aware that they could help you win a fantasy football championship. And a lot of people are not talking about these players. And that's what I take pride on here at Fantasy Good Sports, is talking about players that everybody, I would say, maybe people are sleeping on, or people are not aware that this guy could break out. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. I said what I said. What's going on, RG? Yes, sir. So, guys, before we get started, I like to, I took a hiatus. My family went through something very severe. Been a lot of turmoil. I guess I would say that. So I thank y'all for being patient. But today was the first day that I actually had the audacity and the energy to do a video. So thank y'all for being here. Let me see here. Something looks different because I got a new phone, guys. So something looks different. I want to. Okay. What's up, Ian Taylor? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm back, man. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Just looking for, making sure everything is correct. Okay. This is a little different of a setup. Sorry. Yeah, man. I know. Thank you. C.A. Jefferson. Thank you, bro. Right, C.A. Jefferson. That's deep. Prayers up, man. It'll work out in ways you can't plan. Facts. 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 So, let's get started, guys. Let's get it. Let's get back in the groove. I'm gonna be doing daily content. You know how I do it. I try to do it twice sometimes a day. And I got I'm gonna be doing a panel. I'm gonna have shows. People gonna this is gonna be like a network. So Thursday, this coming up Thursday, we will be doing the rookie wide receivers. I got to make sure I get out each position before the draft. I want to talk about each position before the draft starts, to let y'all know what y'all should be expecting, what players I actually like, who I think is good. My team in shambles. I got you. I got you, C.A. Jefferson. So, first guy I want to talk about, guys, and this is kind of a redundant video. I think I might have done this, talked about some of these players maybe a couple months ago, but I think this is going to be a good video to get started. I'm not going to go into the rookies because I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I got a couple rookies in my mind that I've been watching, but I haven't did a deep dive, so I'm not going to just come on here and talk about rookies because I know that's what y'all are waiting for. But Thursday will be the rookie wide receivers. Make sure you tune in. Hopefully, RG, maybe if you got some free time, man, you can make it. So, first guy I want to talk about, guys, is no particular order. I got a bonus guy for you, too. The first guy I'm going to talk about is Chris Olave. Chris Olave from the New Orleans Saints, guys. Now, listen, I haven't been on Chris Olave ever since he got drafted because they started using him as an outside wide receiver. And he's not an outside wide receiver type guy. I always said that. Everybody, oh, Chris Olave, man, he's a great route runner. That's why I tell y'all, don't go with the clockwork. Use your own mind. Because if you go with what everybody else say, then you end up overdrafting guys like Chris Olave. But, however, this year, Chris Olave has great value. Now, Derek Carr looks like he's still going to be the starting quarterback, but I believe this team is going to be a little bit different. And so I think they're going to move Chris Olave in the slot. That way he won't have to take the heavy workload that a wide receiver one has to take. Because you got to be able to take these hits. And Chris Olave has concussion problems. But by him being used in the slot, he can be able to get down, catch a lot of inside routes, slants, where phone booth type of guy where he can go either way, get open, maybe 10 targets a game. And he's going to be drafted probably in the 5th round, 6th round. He's been going in the 2nd round and 3rd round the last 2 years, which was overdrafting him. But now he's going to be going into maybe the 5th or 6th round. So make sure you pick up Chris Olave this year. Great value as a wide receiver 3. I would rather have him as a wide receiver 3 or a flex play in a 3 wide receiver league. He's definitely top 32. I won't be surprised if he's finished in a full PPR league, top 24. So yeah, Chris Olave. Travis Looney, appreciate that, bro. He says, glad you're back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got to be strong. Got to be strong. Okay, so the next guy I want to talk about is going to be Zach Charbonnet, the backup running back from the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Kenneth Walker, guys, he played at Wake Forest. That's right up the street from me. The guy's a tremendous athlete, fast, 225 pounds, but his vision is not that great. You don't need to have great vision if you play on a really good run scheme, or you got really good coaches. But to me, he can't stay healthy. His draft capital is still a little high for me. I would rather go get Zach Charbonnet because of what Zach Charbonnet does. I think Zach Charbonnet is a great pass protector. That guys in the NFL, if you can protect the quarterback, I don't care if you're an average runner, they will continue to use you. That's why Samaje P. Ryan is still being used in the NFL today, because he's a great pass protector. So I believe that Zach Charbonnet also is a great pass catcher too. He can catch passes out the backfield, 5 or 6. He's a way better pass catcher than Kenneth Walker. So with the growth that this team is going to go through, you want Zach Charbonnet, not Kenneth Walker. That's gas, guys. A lot of people, oh, Kenneth Walker right here, I'm drafting him. Let somebody else do that. Let somebody else take on a player that hasn't played 16 games his whole career, like since he's been in the NFL. Take Zach Charbonnet, who's maybe not that explosive as Kenneth Walker, but he's going to be there every game, and that's how you get points. Guys is going to be getting the goal line touches just because he's there and he's out there protecting the quarterback. They feel good with him, the coaches do, so he's going to get the goal line carry. And they started splitting when Kenneth Walker got healthy in the middle of the season last year. So that's telling me that Zach Charbonnet is coming. He also has high draft capital. He's a second-round pick, if I'm not mistaken. So Zach Charbonnet is the guy that you want. And in Dynasty, go buy low on Zach Charbonnet right now. Because if you hear any news about Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet value will raise. I don't like how this doesn't tell me how many people is in the chat. I don't like that. Usually it should have that. Let me see. All messages. Okay. There we go. Okay. So let's move on to my next guy. This is another running back. This is my favorite guy. I won't be surprised if this guy's a top 5 running back, and it's going to be Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard. I've been talking about Chuba Hubbard the last 2 years, and he's been a great value for fantasy football. Now people are on him. And that's just part of the plan. That's just the way fantasy football goes. I'm learning the way people pick, the way I am. And just, because I don't want people necessarily to be like robotic. Follow whatever TD says. No, I want you to use your own intellect and take whatever I can give to you, take it for what it's worth. But I believe that Chuba Hubbard, guys, is going to be a bell cow. Remember, they got Bryce Young, who is a young quarterback who is growing, had a great season last year. And also they have a coach who wants to control the line of scrimmage. They're going to be drafting offensive linemen. And they are going to establish the line of scrimmage. That way, Bryce Young, as a smaller quarterback, can maybe get outside the pocket and make some big plays. That's what he's good at. That's what he was good at Alabama. So, but Chuba Hubbard is going to be getting 25 carries a game. They gave him a new deal in the middle of the season. And I kept telling people that, sorry, guys, I got a B in front of me. I kept telling people that Chuba Hubbard was going to be a really good running back because of Bryce Young being so young, right? That's how you bring in a good quarterback most of the time. Now, you got these outliers like Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert where they was ready to go immediately. But usually you want to bring your quarterback in very slowly with a great run game. That way he can read the defense easier, because when you have to commit to the run, you can't disguise the coverage. If you disguise the coverage, you will get gapped. That means that they will hit an open lane and be gone. So that's going to help Bryce Young, and it's going to help everything flow in this offense. I'm actually targeting a lot of guys on this offense because people are thinking, oh, Carolina? I don't want Carolina. Bryce Young is not that good. He's short, and they don't have a number 1 wide receiver, and Adam Thielen is old. That's what I want you to think. And I'm going to go and attack guys off this offense, and you can get them for the low. Oh, okay. So RG says Raiders also want to trade for Walker. Yeah, because not nobody, but the Seattle Seahawks don't want Walker. They want Charbonnet. Charbonnet is their growth for the future. Okay, so yeah, Chuba Hubbard, guys, pick him up. I think this is a top 5 running back that you're getting probably in the 3rd or 4th round. fantastic value. Fantastic. Okay, so let's move on. The next guy is a wide receiver. So this guy is going to be Jameson Williams from the Detroit Lions. I'm actually fading Amon-Ra this year. And please understand what I'm saying. Amon-Ra doesn't suck. A lot of you, when you hear certain words, you automatically go to defense mode. So if I say, well, I'm not drafting CMC. This guy, y'all following this guy? He's not drafting CMC. Hey, I didn't say CMC suck. CMC is a Hall of Famer, but I'm not taking the risk from last year. Like, this is last year talk. So this year, Jameson Williams, with the growth of the offense, this is what makes me special, guys. And I will pat myself on the back because I've been very accurate on this. Offenses grow every year. You can't do the same thing that you did last year. So they're not going to try to hyper target Amon-Ra underneath every single time. This team to me is going to be a Jahmyr Gibbs, get him out in open space and let him try to win the MVP. This is the Jahmyr Gibbs huge year. Also, just push the ball downfield because Jameson Williams is ready to take that next step, and that's why we drafted him, because we know we needed people to come up off our run game. We got a strong run game with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, but if we got 8 men in the box, it's going to be difficult. Also, we want to help our veteran quarterback, Jared Goff. He's a great quarterback, but we need to help him out. How do you do that? Get him a speed demon on the outside that is actually third option on the team, but he's still going to have an important part. So I take players with low value. They're not getting a lot of targets. They're not getting hyper targeted. But guess what? 30 punt, 40 punt, 30 punt, 40 punt. Them guys can go downfield in 1 or 2 plays. They got 30 points, 40 points. There are certain plays they score differently. Devontae Adams is a hog. He's getting 12 or 13 targets every game. Then you got DK Metcalf with about 6 or 7 targets, but he's going to score an 80-yard touchdown. Then you got Jameson Williams, who's going to get 4 targets. One going to be an 80-yard touchdown, and one of them might be a reverse for a 60-yard touchdown. Guys score different. Everybody is not going to be Devontae Adams. A lot of you only are attracted to wide receivers who are getting a lot of targets. You're always going to miss out on the league-winning player if you think that way. Think for the future. Think for, well, what this offense is going to be doing next year. They got these players have been young for a while. Are they going to use Sam Laporta again this year? Or are they going to be using Jameson Williams? Or they're just going to keep doing the same thing as they did last year? You got to think like that. That can put you on new players that's going to break out. I'm giving y'all the sauce right now. Hopefully you can understand it. Maybe it might be just easier to me to see it that way, but all players score differently, and I'm okay with that, depending on where their ADP is at. All right, let's move on to my final guy. Y'all know this has probably been my favorite player the last 3 or 4 years in the NFL. Well, actually his whole career. But I've been champion, and he's been killing it, except for last year. And it's going to be Tyreek Hill. Fantastic value. Fantastic value with Tyreek Hill. So we got real quick on Chris says, I think there's a good chance Mason is the lead back for at least a few games this season on the Vikings. Lead back is a strong word. I get that. He will get predominantly a lot of carries far as in between the 20s, but the special guy is still gonna be Aaron Jones. They brought Aaron Jones back because he does something special that could actually make him be a sneaky Hall of Fame on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Because if you look at Aaron Jones, every per carry, like his career, he's an elite running back. So he's not going to get 20 carries a game. He's older. They know he's going to get hurt. But he's going to be catching 5 or 6 passes and getting a chance to score a goal line touchdown because he's really good on the goal line. So Mason is there to help take the workload off of Aaron Jones. But Mason is going to be an okay running back, but I wouldn't draft him in the first 6 or 7 rounds. I would just get him as a handcuff. But he's going to be solid, and you'll be able to play him and get a good point value from him on a weekly basis. But the guy's still going to be Aaron Jones because he's going to get the honey touches. He's the satellite back. Shoe Crew TV said, let's go. I'm ready for the next year. You fantasy headliners and fantasy counselor is who I follow for the insight. You know what, Shoe Crew? Those are my main staples too. It's a few more guys in there. I like all of them, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I listen to everybody. I don't use their players per se. If I agree with them, I agree with them. If I don't, I don't. It's a lot of good channels out there. Fantasy Headliners is a great channel. I know those guys. They help me get started. Some of them give me some secrets and stuff of how to hit the algorithm. So I love Fantasy Headliners. Fantasy Counselor, I love him. He speaks to his own beat. He don't care what other people say. I learned a lot. I used to make a lot of content that was just like, who gives a damn about this? and I started learning. I'm going to hit the players that I really believe in. I'm not going to talk about go on an hour video and talk about a backup quarterback just to make content. I'm not doing that shit anymore. I talk about top 5 guys, top 10 guys. This is the guy you need, and that's what's going to help y'all. So the counselor help teach me that. That's what he does. Also, I like the fantasy footballers. They've been doing it. They the goats. They the first one that started on YouTube. So Big Wheel says fantasy sports good is all you need to. Is all you need. Yes, sir. Should I trade Amon-Ra for T. Higgins and a 112? No, sir. No, sir. Don't. Amon-Ra is not chopped liver. Amon-Ra, bro, you should be getting. So just say you do want T. Higgins, because I wouldn't trade Amon-Ra for T. Higgins. I would keep Amon-Ra. But I get what you're trying to do. So I would say T. Higgins, the 112, and another. You need something else. You need another first round pick, maybe 112, and then maybe the next for 2026 you get another first round pick. You got to have another top player, maybe not Amon-Ra level, but like a Jameson Williams level or better. And T. Higgins. You can't just do it for T. Higgins in the 112. No, that's not enough. You need one more first round pick or another top player. What up, CHB in the building? What's up, bruh? Yes, sir. He said, who is your favorite picks in the first 3 rounds? CMC is one of my favorite picks this year. Lamar or Josh Allen. Those top 2 quarterbacks are my favorite. Yes, I'm taking quarterbacks in the first 3 rounds this year. I don't care if it's single quarterback or not. And another guy that I like in the first 3 rounds, I like Brock Bowers. I like Brock Bowers in the beginning of the 2nd round or at the end of the 1st round. Because what I believe, that's the number 1 tight end, and then you can get the number 1 quarterback, and then you can get a top running back or a wide receiver. I think that's a league-winning strategy or targets that you're looking for in the first 3 rounds. Might have to trade Tyreek Hill. I don't know. Hey, if you trade him, bro, let me know what you want for him if we in the same league. Chris, what's up, Chris? He says, won my 3rd fantasy basketball league in a row. Been in the finals 6 times in a row. Listen, bro, I'm on the way to win my 2nd basketball title. And in another league, I'm on my way to win another basketball title. Now, that one, we split the winnings last year, but he beat me, but we had already split. So I'm still calling myself a champion. I'm back there again, and I'm up a lot, so I'm look like I'm gonna win that championship, and I'm a repeat champion. Looks like I'm winning I think I'm winning about 300 points. Looks like I'm gonna win that league again. So yeah, basketball is fun, man. I play all sports, and I'm doing really well in baseball too. So let's get back to Tyreek Hill real quick, guys. I'm not gonna hold you. Then I got a bonus. But yeah, Tyreek Hill, guys. I love Tyreek Hill this year. I think he's going in the 3rd round. In some leagues, guys, that's fantastic value. Don't forget, this guy's still gonna command a high target value. He's just not top liver out there. And even if he gets traded, guys, that's even better. Don't worry about where he's going. He's not gonna go to. I'm trying to think. What's the worst quarterback? Who has the worst quarterback in the NFL? I don't think it's a team that Tyreek couldn't be a top 5 wide receiver on. Most quarterbacks in this league can still get the ball to Tyreek, even though they might not be winning a lot of games. You can still get the ball to Tyreek Hill. So do not forget about Tyreek Hill, especially if you are in the late 2nd or early 3rd round. Oh, I'm going to get that value. Jimmy's, what's up, Jimmy's? Jimmy says, do you think J-Mo will have a massive breakout next year? Yes, I do. I don't think he's better than Amon-Ra. There's 2 different things. You got to understand, like, I will ask y'all, go back and look at Barry Sanders' sophomore year with Thurman Thomas. Barry Sanders was better than Thurman Thomas, but Thurman Thomas was the bell cow guy. So what I'm saying, just because I like Barry Sanders over Thurman Thomas doesn't mean that Thurman Thomas is not going to be a top 1st round pick in the NFL draft and have a great season. I'm not saying Amon-Ra is not going to be a top 12 wide receiver. I don't think he's going to be a top 5. But I think Jameson Williams can end up being like a top 12, top 13. And that type of value for where he's going at his ADP is a better draft pick than Amon-Ra. That's what I'm saying. So, yes, I do think J-Mo will have a massive breakout next year. All right, guys, and my bonus play is going to be a quarterback. It's going to be Bryce Young. Yes, Bryce Young. You can wait late and get this guy. And I saw him last year. He was getting better. He was poised in the pocket. I don't know what happened. I don't know if you watch Andy Dalton. What happened? But anyway, Bryce Young, I feel good about him this year. And they're going to get him some weapons. He's going to have some weapons to throw downfield too. So Bryce Young is a good quarterback. You never know what he could do this year. I'm not saying he's going to be top 5, but definitely top 12. Jimmy says, Amon-Ra St. Brown finished the season as the wide receiver 3 and was #1 overall in red zone receptions. Right. And that doesn't, and what I'm saying, Jimmy, because if you go back and look at the stats before last year, what would have told you that Saquon was going to break out? If you just read me a stat, it's no stat that you could have read to me that would have told me that, other than using that if they're going to get Saquon, that you're going to use them at an elite level. So Amon-Ra, yes, he's a great wide receiver, but this team can't continue to throw the ball underneath all the time. People going to squat on that. So what do you do to open Amon-Ra up and make this offense flow with Sam Laporta, David Montgomery, all these weapons? You have to push the ball downfield just to have that threat. And then Jameson last year showed you at the end of the season how he was a big part of that team. Remember, they was giving him a lot of targets in that game. So again, I'm not going to down Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra is a good wide receiver. I'm just not taking him. That doesn't mean that he's a bad player. Hopefully you can understand it. It's just like dating a girl. Just because you don't want to date her doesn't mean she's ugly. You just not your type. So right now, this year, Amon-Ra is a guy that I feel like I could overdraft, and he don't never give me that 30-point, 40-point. Remember, I'm a 30-point, 40-point guy. I'm looking for boom games out of players so I can win the week. I don't want to just get whatever his average points is. I want you to go above your average. You can win championships with guys like Xavier Worthy over guys like Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase don't always have 30 40 points. So I'm looking for guys that have a high ceiling. C.A. Jefferson says, you Bryce over Justin Fields? Yes, I'm drafting Bryce over Justin Fields. Yes, I like Bryce. Now, Justin Fields is not a bad quarterback. You just got to draft him and know what he can be and know what he can't, what could happen. So Justin Fields got a lot of rushing upside. He could rush for 1,000 yards. That's why I like Justin Fields. But I like Bryce for a safe quarterback if I'm going to wait late. Chris says, what you think about Zach Wilson as a Miami backup? I kind of hate the Fins all season. No, don't worry about that. They will be drafting a rookie quarterback. I wouldn't worry about Zach Wilson, man. That's a jag. Don't wear yourself out with guys that just playing musical chairs in the NFL. Okay, guys. Well, listen, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. I appreciate y'all guys coming into the live. Again, the videos will be coming more frequently. Forgive me for, I'm going through a little bit of a crisis. So also Thursday will be, I forgot the name of the show, guys. Forgive me. It's a segment, what we're gonna call it. I forgot, but it's gonna be a panel. So we're gonna be talking about different things. The rookies are gonna be important on those days, like on Thursdays, up into the draft. Also, guys, my leagues, I got a few openings, so I will be posting it in the community tab. So make sure you be there and say, hey, TD, I'm ready, man. What team you got for me? And I'll send you the link and let you look at the team and see if you want it or not. But you got to be a member to get in these leagues. If you're not a member, you can't get in the leagues. Yes, I love Debo with Jaden. I do like Debo with Jaden. And then he's going to be, Debo is volatile, but while he's healthy, he's going to be good for you. So, when you draft Debo, that he might miss some weeks, and that's okay. Every player is different. That doesn't mean they garbage. You might only get 6 games out of a good player, but that's okay because you're going to win those 6 games. So Debo might be hurt sometimes, but when he's playing, he's going to be eating. Jimmy said, do you think Tomlin can handle 2 emotional divas like Pickett and Metcalf? That's what his specialty is, bro. That's what his superpower is. He most definitely can handle those guys. He can handle DK and George Pickens. That's why they picked DK up. Mike Tomlin is great with handling plays. He handled dang, why I'm coming through. Antonio Brown. If you can handle Antonio Brown, you can handle DK. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all guys be safe. See y'all later. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I wish I could see how many people was in the live, but y'all guys be safe. Peace.